What up? It's your girl. Welcome back to Real Talking Healthy Food. Make sure when you come in liking, you come in subscribing, and you're dropping your comments down below, okay? Today, I am dedicating this to my fam, all my Cleveland fam. Today, guess what we making? Po' boy. This is a Clevelander classic here, and my family was totally my inspiration because my mom, my dad is all from Cleveland, born and bred in Ohio, the Buckeye State. And when I went to go visit my mom and dad's hometown, when my dad took us from California to Cleveland, we had our first po' boys. Actually, I had my first po' boy with my mom when we went on a trip to Cleveland because they love their hometown. Okay, anybody you know from Cleveland love their city. That's real motherfucking talk. So I dedicate this to my mom, Auntie Nina, and my dad, and Big Jack. So here goes the recipe. Before I get into the ingredients, this is going to be a bonus video. So you're going to get one, two, three recipes in one. I'm going to show you my coleslaw recipe. I'm going to show you my baked beans recipe. And I'm going to show you how to assemble it. And actually, it may be four because I wanted baked beans on mine. I had one with beans and one without it. But it's a double part thing because we're going to use the sauce from the beans. We're making barbecue sauce with the beans, okay? So it's going to give it more of a good flavor, especially because I'm using vegan field roast sausages, okay? To make a po' boy, you're going to need some things, but because your girl is a fancy chick, they're a little bit remixed, okay? We love the remix, we love rainbow food, and we don't like nothing plain around these parts, okay? First, with the buns, I have an everything bun, okay? This plate's kind of hot. Fries and sausage. This is for the meat eater. This is for me. Whoa. Coleslaw. And of course, the barbecue sauce. I'm going to show you my beans. And my bean sauce. So we have canneli beans, green peppers, red peppers, jalapenos, onions, and garlic. And of course, your seasoning here. Okay. Now that we have our ingredients, let's break this down so we can put it together in there. Now, first we're going to start working on the beans because they could be cooking and hooking up the sauce in the background while we're hooking up the coleslaw. So since I partially cooked this, I'm going to be adding more water to this so it'll be easier for myself and I can show you what I'm doing. So we're going to add some water because it's kind of dried out. We're going to add liquid smoke. Just some drops there. Cover one side. If you watch my videos, you know I use a half a side seasoning recipe, and then that way you know you're not using too much. Worcestershire sauce, because that is the part that's going to be hooking up the barbecue sauce. Okay, so a nice little dose of that. Boom. Then we're going to add honey. Right in across the pan, one, two, three, four times, and drain that off. Now we're going to put it on low, let it do its thing in the background. Now I put it on low medium heat, like low medium heat. So it could have a nice little rumble in the background, but not doing too much. A nice simmer, okay? For my seasonings, I'm using the garlic and herbs, the Creole seasoning, paprika, and cayenne pepper because I want it to be spicy. Not too spicy, okay? But a little hit of some action. Now, generally, when people are making baked beans, they use brown sugar, and I was debating that. I got my brown sugar here, but I was like, since my joints have been acting up and things like that, we want to eliminate any kind of inflammation. So I substituted that for honey. So that's why. Just in case you wanted to know. Now that that's percolating in the background, to the percolator, hey, hey, we are going to start on our coleslaw. So let me show you what I got in the mix. I got coleslaw mix. Yeah, I cheated. It's $1.50 at Kroger. It comes with the cabbage and the shredded carrots. My green onions that I grew myself. Red, yellow, and orange peppers. And some garlic in here. Okay? What I like to do is add my seasoning while it's dry so I can kind of monitor how much I'm putting in there because it includes, some of these seasonings include salt. And although I don't add any additional salt to any of my dishes, this is the way I can kind of sneak it in there and monitor how much salt that I'm using, okay? So far I used the garlic and herb, the garlic powder, and I'm about to add paprika. And because I'm a fancy chick, I'm going to add some of that oregano in there, okay? For the mayo, I'm going to use the Veganese mayo. This is one of those purchases that you have to kind of go. First of all, let me say this. Mayo sits in the refrigerator for dumb long. Let's keep it funky and keep it real. So if you're trying to get into a healthier lifestyle, you have to think along those terms. Yes, this is $7 or $8 in your Kroger or whatever grocery store you got, but keep in mind that this is not something that you're going to be buying all the time. I bought this maybe 2 months ago, but I eat a lot of sandwiches and wraps, so you might not run through it as much as I do, okay? And I haven't really been cooking at home, so um, for the last couple of weeks, well, the way that I normally do. So I had to cater to a young palate. But yes, this is something to consider to have into your refrigerator. So you use it like you would use any other mayo, 2 tablespoons or so. I'm not going to show my scoops because I kind of ran out and I had to add almond milk and it's kind of liquidy and I don't want you to be grossed out, okay? Then I'm going to add a little tinge of mustard. And then all you're going to do is mix this bad boy together and get it percolate. I'm going to add some more of my liquidy mayo. I have to watch how much I put in. So I'll be back. Let me tell you something what I just did and it turned out to be mom. Instead of using, so back in the day when I made my coleslaw and not usually as healthy as it is now, I would use a little bit of sugar to add that little to it. I added a little dollop of honey. It did the same thing. So if you want to substitute it out for a healthier option, I would advise do that or any other sweetener. Some alternative sweeteners are sweeter than sugar, so make sure you monitor. And you can't take away. You can only add a little at a time. So that's what I did. This is what it looks like. Boom. Nice, colorful, non-boring coleslaw. Now I'm going to simply add this to my favorite container, put it in the refrigerator while everything else is getting done. We don't have to wait too long because the sausage and fries are ready. And I'm going to come back and show you how to put this all together. Okay, so just like I promised, we're going to reveal the cheese. While the coleslaw is cooling and the beans are heating up, I'm going to show you what the cheese looks like. So here we go. Hopefully y'all can see. So I got my plastic here, my plastic here. Oh, and it's sliding off. I love that. Boom. Perfect mode. You see that? Now you can slice this up whenever you're ready to use it. So what I'm going to do here is just simply wrap her up and store her away. And you got your beautiful cheese. And that's how you make your vegan cheese. Isn't that cute? And the bonus, you don't have to clean. Well, I'm gonna have to rinse it because of my hands, but we're done. So I hope you guys really try this. If you've done this or if you're enjoying this so far, make sure you hit that like, okay? And subscribe so we could keep up. Also, for this video, I'm going to put one together and then I'm going to show you how to store it away if you're looking to save it for someone who may be coming home for work, or if you want to use this for a meal prep or whatever. If you're just going to eat later, I'm going to show you how to store it away. So then when you're ready to eat, boom, boom, you can just put it together in no time. Okay. Now, also one more thing with the beans slash barbecue sauce, what you want to do is make sure you're stirring constantly and adjusting the flavor accordingly, considering that we're making this from scratch. So if you want that store-bought barbecue flavor, you're going to have to keep stirring and adjusting the flavors according to your liking. So for me, I'm going to have to add some more honey to it. I'm sure if I used the brown sugar, it would have got that flavor that I'm looking for. So you may have to add more honey to it, but I don't mind since it's a healthy. And that's what brought it back. So while you were on pause, I added the honey to it and it brought it back. So I'm going to let that simmer a little bit longer so it could bring all those flavors together. Now that I'm tasting it, probably going to add a little bit more paprika and adjust the seasonings a little bit more. And hopefully we'll be done in a minute where I can show you how to assemble your po'. So while I'm waiting, I also wanted to show you what the bun looks like. It's almost like an everything bagel, but I just love the flavor of these bagels. So it should give it a little extra kick for your po' boy, but any bun would do. I'm still waiting here. So while I'm waiting, let me know in the comments, have you ever had a po' boy? And what kind have you had? Drop it down in the comments. I really want to know your experience. Was it in Cleveland? Was it in Louisiana? Was it a New Orleans thing? What was your version of this meal? And since we're all having to stay in the house, I think this is a good option for the Clevelanders so you guys can make it at home, especially for the ones who don't eat any meat. This is a good way to switch things up from time to time because sometimes it could be a little monotonous, especially when you're choosing a healthy diet and you're trying to slim down and be summertime fine like your girl. So I'm still waiting and everything, but I wanted to let you know I'm watching Trading Spouses, the God of Warrior episode. This is the second time that I've watched it. It was suggested to me because I watched the preview of Wife Swap, and I love those shows. I love Trading Spouses and Wife Swap because you get to see how people live, and it's just a hilarious show. So yeah, I might show you some crazy clips in the middle. I might forget. I hope y'all was not watching me the whole time, but if y'all was, oh well, okay? But let me tell you, your girl is a beast in this kitchen. Let me tell you what I did. So I was adjusting this like I needed to, stirring, tasting as I'm going along, and I added some more paprika, turmeric, and dill and to it. Then it needed a little extra. I added about a tablespoon of honey, a heaping tablespoon of honey, and about a teaspoon and a half of lemon juice, and it brought it to that store brand action. So yeah, so just letting you know the adjustments as we're going along, and it's turning out great, and the color is booming just like the bottle. Except we're not going to add any dyes or anything to it. But yeah, so let's let that percolate some more, and then we'll be in here assembling our po' boys here soon. Now I'm going to do a little bit of manual sifting. So I'm going to use a spoon with the holes in it and fish out the beans to leave the sauce. And so let me first share with you what the beans look like. Look great. Look, looks just like the can. Now, to be honest with you, what you can do is however you decide to do your barbecue step, you can, but if you're following along with me, you kind of get two things in one. You get your side dish and your barbecue sauce. Okay, so yeah, you have your beans with it. You already got your French fries and your coleslaw, and I'm gonna have a small piece of corn on the cob with it. But what you're gonna do is just sift out all the beans, and leave your sauce. Put the sauce back in the heat and let it keep doing its thing. Because if you're a person who makes barbecue sauce, you know it's not a fast thing. So I'm taking my time with it because I'm going to use the sauce on other things as well. So now we got our beans, which are perfectly baked beans, just like you would get in the can. Doesn't it look similar? And now we have homemade barbecue sauce. See that beautiful mix? Looks just like the bottle. Now, what's going to make it look more like the bottle is if we let it cook a little bit more, maybe about 15, maybe 20 minutes, because it smells more like ketchup than anything. So I want to cook it down until it has that barbecue fragrance. We don't need to add any more seasoning. It's already seasoned up, so we're good to go there. And I'm going to come back and assemble this for you. Now it's finally time to assemble. Plus, we got to wrap this up. I got to do some stuff for work, and I'm trying to get this done so I can watch Train Girls for the millionth time. Very easy here. We got our bun on deck. We want to add our link. Okay. Then we're going to go through here, and we're going to add us some fries to the mix. We need some fries at the party. Now, when you go to the land, it ain't gonna be as beautiful as this. I mean, it gets real gangster around there, okay? And it's all smashed together and looking crazy. Then you add your sauce, okay? Even when you look at the pictures, it looks all wild, okay? And crazy. Is it looking real yet, Mom Dukes? Is it looking good, Big Jack? Then we're gonna take our coleslaw, okay? Vanessa, is it looking real yet? Does it look like the official action? Your girl just made a po' boy. Okay? We're gonna add a little bit more sauce for dramatic effects. And you here a po' boy straight from the land, a healthy version of the po' boy. So I hope you guys like this. So it ain't bad for a California girl. Oh, excuse my eyebrows. I'm growing them out to get them done. But I'm just saying. So my Big Jack, Auntie Nina, what y'all think? Is it real yet? Okay. Does it look official? Is this Cleveland approved? Let me know in the comments. So let me show you also how to get this together in case you're waiting for somebody or you want to just have it for later. Okay. Very simple. What you're going to do, take your buns. This is what I'm going to do. Take my buns here, right? Because this is for my bro. He lived in Cleveland, so he understands the joys of a po' boy, okay? He understands on a real level. They had it in Cali. They had this little rinky-dink place that was trying to do an imitation version of a po' boy, and it just wasn't hitting right. It wasn't hitting. So you take your fries, all your dry stuff. Well, I guess I'm gonna just have a hot dog later with that one. And I'm gonna use my McDonald's skills and wrap this here like this. Bring it around the town. Because I got skills, I'm going to flip her upside down like this. And bring it on around like that. Okay? Now you got your whatchamacallits ready to go. Wrap them bad boys up. Put some sauce in the container for your loved one. Okay? We had to stop playing games to get that spatula for my mama. That might be that little bit that gets you full, okay? Can't play them games all the time. So you have to come through with that spatula and get all that action, okay? Bam, bam. And you know where I got these little containers? If you order the Fiesta potatoes, I get plain ones from Taco Bell. Keep the container. Recycle your plastics in jars. You could reuse them for things like this. So when he comes to the crib, boom, boom, for my brother, he could put himself together a pool boy and be on deck, eating good in the neighborhood. And that's that. We successfully made coleslaw, beans, barbecue sauce, and a po' boy. A po' I don't know. I always struggle pronouncing that. A po' boy. So let me know what you think. And make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how it turned out for you. Make sure you hit me up on the gram at Real Talking Healthy Food. And I really look forward to your comments. I love everything that you have to say. I still might be doing a movie night. I don't know. And let me know. Did you like the cheese? Did you like the salad dressing? Did you like the po' boy? Let me know down below. Anyway, if you watch to the end, useabomb.com. Share if you care, share if you dare, especially if you're a what? Care Bear. Make sure you drop a unicorn or your favorite animal down below so I know it's real. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.